BB 851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
Recently appearing in an aviation news weekly was that of Norwegian, and the airline that is finally on the improve with better financial results for recent quarters following years of struggle and being on the verge of collapse. Before I properly get into the topic today, did you know I have a weekly podcast, the DJ's Aviation Podcast, discussing all things aviation, from the latest news, opinion pieces, flight reviews, funny stories, and more content not found here on the YouTube channel. It's streaming on all platforms under the DJ's Aviation Podcast. Feel free to go and give it a listen. In recent weeks though, Norwegian could be closer to actually moving towards Airbus for future aircraft, over American aircraft manufacturer Boeing. The reasoning behind this, it is not necessarily the product that is being offered to them, say the 737 MAX over the A321neo maybe, but rather an ongoing litigation with Boeing. Essentially, the airline is taking legal action currently regarding cancellations with them. The airline is hoping that this can be resolved on time, according to Reuters, but this is something that is not being achieved at the moment, hence why they're now looking towards European aircraft manufacturer Airbus for their future aircraft needs. It's a move that would actually see them potentially move away from the Boeing fleet of aircraft they have, favouring Airbus types, although at the moment, no specific information was given on the series of aircraft they would be looking towards to further harness their operations moving forward. The airline is attempting to cancel a substantial amount of orders, tallying close to 100 Boeing aircraft, so you can definitely imagine the stance of the American aircraft manufacturer and why they may not be as keen to let go of this commitment as lightly as Norwegian wants, who, if you are unaware, in recent years have been undergoing a major restructuring, with only last year them coming out of bankruptcy protection. Therefore, questions will naturally arise over why Norwegian is so adamant that they should be getting these contracts adjusted to their liking. It actually comes as the airline was able to secure a fantastic deal with Airbus over their own aircraft restructuring. It was a deal that saw Norwegian get pretty much everything they wanted, and Airbus keeping the deposits for the aircraft that were ordered. Ultimately though, and I guess the general thing to take away from this, is Norwegian did not have to go through with actually acquiring the aircraft type for their operations, which could potentially impact them in a negative manner, which overall is a positive for them. The airline, though, does need to begin securing what its plans will be aircraft-wise for the future, and as best described by an airline executive, they're running out of time to make this decision. Of course, it's not going to be an order for 100 units, it's going to be a much smaller, but it still needs to be made, and with the ongoing dispute surrounding Boeing, there's a very high chance that they may actually make the move to Airbus for aircraft in the long term. What are your thoughts on the current state of Norwegian, and especially this ongoing dispute with Boeing for their own aircraft that they're looking at cancelling? Do let me know down below. Do you believe Norwegian have a fair request, or do you see it as potentially Boeing being standoffish in the right way because they simply don't want to lose all these contracts so lightly? You can let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks very much for watching. Do take care and be safe, and I will see you next time.